Amnian Nights, session 75, and we are in Athkatla, having just come out of the bathhouse, where it all got a bit... Well, we didn't all go in. Several of us got nude. Others waited outside. But yeah, we pick up outside again, where Asha, who we unfortunately don't have with us tonight, realises that she left her phone inside or something and will disappear and catch back up with the group later. So the rest of you are in Athkatla.
And now fully
wanting
dressed.
to go next. Well, you didn't actually specify that you would be putting
I'm
your clothes
specifying
back
now.
on, but so many guards outside.
It's furry, you can't see anything.
But yes, you are outside with the afternoon at your disposal. Where are we wanting to go next in Athkatla on our business?
Oh, I should look at the map. So we're at the steamed Mephit.
If you are feeling well rested, I wouldn't mind visiting a couple of temples. Our bags are heavy with coin, and I'm sure the temples in this place could use some donations.
Sure, I mean, they're spread all over the city, but obviously we're near several. The Temple of Ogma is the nearest one.
Some places we haven't been before, I'd say. There's one that I think we passed on the way here. It's on the other side of the river, however, but a Cathedral of the Forgotten.
Yeah, you've got the Temple of Shauntia and the Cathedral of the Forgotten are probably the closest two to you near the bridge.
Ogma we know.
That's where the dragon.
Tyr, Lathander, Teal, Ilmater, Torm, Syria has visited. Hall of the Rose, we visited. Temple of Umberli, I haven't. But yeah, so it's more like the ones that I haven't visited, which are the one.
There's two, because obviously you're I looked up the wrong icon. Haha, yes, that's where you are currently. On the other side of a river, yes, there's Cathedral of the Forgotten and Shauntia. I thought you were on the south side of the river.
No, we're on the north side. I would also like to check this new place, Broomhilda's. We were told she deals with black powder, which...
That's on the south side of the map.
That's right. And I need to pick up my armor as well. Lots of small errands. Yeah.
And the armourer is... Oh, that's right down south. Well, we're not that far from the Forge of Legends. If anyone had any business with Cromwell.
Does Cromwell have my armor?
He does, but if you remember, Cromwell's is closed today. While he's moving into his new thing, he's back open tomorrow. In the new forge.
He just delivered my goddamn armor.
He's left time of it.
There's also a tailor specialising in formal wear and enchanted robes called Mage to Measure.
Oh, we should definitely visit that.
I mean, maybe just a little bit of window shopping to get the idea of prices. I don't think I have enough gold to afford such things, but maybe at some point.
Sounds good.
You happy to stop on there before we head across the bridge?
Yeah, absolutely. And how did you come to know this place? Have you visited this area recently?
Only when we were nearby at the old Forge of Legends. I haven't visited, only seen it from afar.
This is one of the places, Gigi, that, like, same as how Cire now knows about Broomhilda's, one of the ones that I was like, hey, these maps are available, I imagine you'd have learned about these things in the city now.
I was trying to bait Peep to tell me about his non-date date at the Cookies Galore. But if he did not take it, which is fair enough.
I've just gotten to know the city so well. Like a home away from home. Yes, anything else on this side of the... Did you want to visit a bank? Just, I suppose we don't need a bank when we've got a horrendous, giant, tongued chest.
Oh, that is right, but also some sort of an impenetrable dimensional fortress. By the way, we should sit down and think about what we are ordering next, since we have some funds.
Oh, yes, that's true. Now we know how much money we have to work with. Sure, well... Yes, I suppose we head by Mage to Measure first.
Okay. Mage to Measure it is.
I take it Obsidian is the strong silent type during this conversation.
Well, Obsidian wanted to meet
usual.
someone, right? But that might be later.
Calcine. Ah, we're by the docks. You need to get a BB gun or something.
Why is the scene not showing? Has the scene loaded for you? What?
Yes,
Yes.
I mean...
Yes. Do I need to add Asher for vision? What? That's weird. That suggests to me... Ah, the eye does not have observer. And Sire... Eye... Observer. Now I should be able to delete Asher. There we go, cool.
Yeah,
So yes, you
Lita.
find a small, well-maintained shop.
100% peering through all the windows at the...
Yeah. While you're peering through the window, you see a tiefling working away, knitting at something. Sewn, like the tail comes up occasionally and adjusts the garment. There's just a third arm in her working.
I don't suppose anything in the window has a price tag.
In the window there are several large, like extremely ruffled, billowy formal dresses, and one of them you see a small tag that says 200 gold on it.
I wonder if we're ever going to need such formal attire.
Siri opens the door. Oh, why is it black and white? It's so annoying. Hello?
So I'm trying to fix your vision for you. I've just dropped the light. I've just dropped the light source in there for now, which should have helped. Yeah, the tiefling looks up and's like, "Darlings, come in, darlings. What do you need? What can I help you with?"
Oh, hello. We're just browsing. Just looking at your wonderful wares.
I don't suppose I could get an idea of the kinds of enchanted robes that you might stock and their prices. I don't think I'm going to be purchasing anything today, but maybe something to aspire to.
My enchantments come in many forms. Sometimes you wish for a robe that cleans itself, yes, or keeps you warm on a chilly day. I have other such robes, ones that resist particular types of damage for the clumsy or trouble-seeking mage.
I do find myself in trouble quite often, but I prefer to avoid it altogether if I can.
I have not finished speaking, but top end of what I offer sometimes I have access to robes that have particular powerful enchantments stitched into them that allow the wielder to cast particular spells, yes? I am finished speaking.
Very impressive. I would love to get an idea of a kind of price range from anything as from varying from cloaks of protection or displacement all the way through to some of your higher end stuff.
I'm familiar with Cloak of Displacement. I believe I may even have one in stock. A moment. You can stay in here. There are seats. And just gestures to the benches at the north.
Browse some things.
Did looks at the shoes.
Such vivid shoes.
These look very uncomfortable to wear.
Oh, well, anything for fashion.
Delicate feet will have no issue fitting into distinguished shoes, madam.
Therein lies the problem.
I have a Cloak of Displacement that I can part with for 4,500 gold. It is, unfortunately, orange. I have tried to dye it, but it is resistant. I'm sure a joke by the original weaver.
Not a fan of orange, then? It's certainly not a colour I would choose.
It doesn't sing soiree.
Excellent.
She bustles over next to you, Obsidian, and sees where you're stood. Like, does one of his dresses appear to you, dear?
No.
Very well. Just don't touch anything, then, please.
It just stops touching the very fine, very soft silk top. Just kind of.
So, is there anything else other than window shopping? You're here for anything fitting? Any tailored items? Any formal wear?
We don't have much need for those items currently. Not for lack of trying, but our daily activities usually cause our outfits to get, well, somewhat dirty and sometimes ripped.
She casts a not discreet look at the slight trail of arena sand and then shaking loose from boots and clothes coming into the store.
The big warhammer,
yeah.
The swords.
Indeed.
Nothing today, I don't think. I just wanted to have a frame of reference as I'm doing my shopping.
She steps forward.
Point.
You must find cowls and hats difficult with those ears.
That is true. I do have to kind of flatten them down if I want to wear my hood up.
Well, that is very foolish. You should find a hat that accommodates them. Slits, perhaps? I imagine you are not doing your best work if you are uncomfortable.
Well, I suppose I mostly...
A tremendous amount of important blood flows through the ears. You're a fool to stifle yourself. When you're ready to wear a comfortable hat properly, come back and see me.
Very well. And you said you have garments with spellcasting abilities?
For those of a coin, yes. And of course, the proper license.
Of course, yes.
Of course.
Of course. And what is the level of coin that such a thing might be?
She grins at it. Well, this depends on the level of spell, doesn't it?
I suppose it does.
For example, were you hoping for a robe that is imbued with the power to break one's fall from the great height, I would charge approximately 1,400 gold for that, but if you wish for something that can be the power of shooting lightning, then that would be around 6.
That's very good to know.
Do not
I
ask
shall
me to
definitely-
combine multiple spells into one robe. I couldn't, darling. I couldn't simply possibly consider it. 10,000 gold.
Definitely have a think about that cloak of displacement. Thank you for your time. What was your name?
Mededna. You?
Pip. Just Pip is fine.
Just Pip. Very well. You?
Thank you very much.
Seda Gladstone. Lovely to meet you. Your items are beautiful.
Indeed.
I appreciate
Your
the colours.
companion has left. Well, he looked like he'd never worn a slip of silk in his life, so I'm sure that's no coin out my pocket.
Well, he prefers leathers in general, and metals. More his vibe.
Well, there's a leather shop a street over. Maybe he's gone there.
Perhaps it's delightful to meet you. I actually have a question. This might be more of a bespoke item, but your materials here are, well, incredibly soft. I have a friend. She likes to cover her arms with bandages. Sort of an aesthetic
Is she a mummy?
choice. No, but it contrasts really beautiful with her caramel color of skin. In any case, I feel what she has is a bit old now, and it definitely doesn't look as soft as some of the materials I see here. And I was wondering if you'd be able to fashion some sort of, well, self-holding sleeves, perhaps. Something that is comfortable but also
My darling, are you
beautiful.
speaking of gloves?
Well, I don't. She quite likes getting her hands very dirty, doing potions and some chemical reagents.
So
She does use her hands quite a lot.
Wrist to shoulder sleeves.
Yes, perhaps with some sort of-
elbow, wrist to elbow sleeves, like a long-sleeved glove without the glove.
Well, I quite like this design you have here. The one with it has sort of like a chain that goes around the finger, and it adorns the hand, and then it goes up to the sleeve.
Yes, that's actually a.
I don't know if she liked that.
What color? Any particular fastening or brooch, a pattern?
Oh God.
You've come
Sorry,
in and
my,
basically said I'd like a hat and have no further details. I can make this. I can
Well,
make it beautifully for your friend, but I need to know what it is you
I'm-
want. It feels like
well,
you've
if
come
you-
here
I-
without a full idea in mind, my dear.
You know my
Please
bad.
sit. Come, sit.
But can I go get my Beep? He's much more fashionable than I am.
Very well. Bring him. I will put on a pot of tea.
Sierra's gonna. Pip, sorry. Could we're talking about colors, and really, I don't know much about colors.
Whispering, are you sure we shouldn't move on?
I just thought it's been like 30 days, and we have ups and downs, and I just wanted to get a little present for Asher.
Oh well, of course. Of course, I'll help with that.
Where's Obsidian? Is Obsidian like gone?
Halfway
Is he
back to
already
the
down the-
mountain,
He's just in someone's house.
smashing all that.
Hello.
She's been asking me about colors, and I thought, well, maybe white, but I don't know if she's wearing white because that was all available. Sometimes she likes green, sometimes she likes sort of like yellowy gold things, and then she asked about brooch, and I was like, what is a brooch?
A brooch is like a small ornamental pin that one might wear
Come
on.
on!
Or, I mean, she certainly likes green at the moment, but I suppose why doesn't she just wear a long-sleeved shirt?
I think maybe something nice satin white. That would get very dirty. That seems like a very stupid idea.
It's okay.
What
the
colour
rat's already
are her
picked up.
eyes?
It agitates them.
What color are her eyes?
Pippa's stared into them deeply, so he'd know. Are they
Pip says
gold or something?
merge field eye colour. Then we should go.
What's my mother's name?
We should go with a light green blue. Like this colour. Come. And she'll pick up a piece of cloth that is basically the colour of this carpet's green here.
And I can't see because it's black. I'm just gonna say I'm colorblind.
There we go.
Color.
Done it.
Thank you. Wonderful. That
This cleans easily. She can press the digitate boom. I like to imagine that Obsidian won't come in, but like he's walking around to the window of whatever room you're in and just talking through the window. I can make these. Would you care for a baton or for a brooch?
A button. Just something that something that doesn't call attention to itself.
Well, the issue with
Something
a button
discreet.
is you'll require 2 buttons, one at each end, otherwise the fabric will bunch and slip up or down the arm. So 2 buttons.
But something she can be quite discreet.
Do they need to be flame retardant?
Ideally, yes.
Enchanted against ripping and slashing?
Oh dear. I mean, no. I think she's quite good at Can she mend? No enchantments. No enchantments. Just naturally flame retardant fabric.
What about your friend's carriage?
Excuse me?
Is she a big girl, darling? I need to know how much material.
She's sort of. She's gonna look to Pip, sort of like me. She's tall. She's quite slim.
Sarah's like 6'3".
I'm sure she's like 5'7", and you're like...
She's quite small. She's kind of like you. She's like kind of like you.
Very well, very well. So no enchantments, no specials, 2 plain buttons. This would come to a gold.
Oh.
If they're utterly unremarkable other than the quality of the cloth, then a gold piece. Ready by the evening's end.
We could get some kind of embroidery similar to the.
I was thinking that. I was thinking some sort of embroidery, actually.
I will tell you now, I don't do monograms.
Oh, I was going to ask for her initials, actually.
Terribly tacky, terribly cheap. I'll embroider something else, but I don't do monograms. 2 letters aren't worth me picking up the needle.
Her armor, if I remember correctly, has like leaves and vines and flowers upon it.
What about her pendant?
Complimentary.
She wears this pendant. She always has it on.
Ripped it to us.
I think above the table, I think she's retconned the pendant with the 2025 change. I think she's no longer a pendentier. I think. She might still be wearing it as a necklace.
Oh.
But leaves and vines, well, it's already green. That'll be easy for me to do. Maybe in a nice gold?
That'd be lovely.
There we go. That'll be 3 gold then, if we're adding golden embroidery to it, and it'll be ready this evening.
Wonderful.
Will you collect, or will I be sending it to you?
If possible, would you mind sending it to the Adventurers Guild?
Yes.
Thank you.
Adventurers Guild to be attention of Cire Bagston.
Gaston.
Cire Gaston, I will send it on, yes.
How much
with an N.
Damage resistance?
If you wish to add in, this is resistance of a material, not magically conferred to the wearer. But if you wanted to make the material flame retardant, that would be an additional 2 gold. ensures that it isn't
But
burned up
let's-
if she takes a tumble into a flame.
Let's do that then.
10 gold.
Okay. So we'll pay 10
Payment
gold
would come
from...
first. Yes, excellent. Thank you. Will I send this along tonight? And do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Nice. Okay.
waiting until we're suitably far away. She was quite intense. Bit of a bitch.
Oh, I thought she was very pleasant.
In case you didn't see her name earlier when it flared up, there is her name. Monkey immediately understands.
I don't see it. Oh,
In Amnian chat.
Mm-hmm.
not that. Nah. What? I thought she was very pleasant. She offered to make you a hat for your ears.
She did, but she was quite officious and a little rude, I would say. I am
In what
tempted
way?
I'm tempted to purchase something from her, but a part of me also doesn't want to bring her business.
Oh, should I go talk to her?
Absolutely not. It's fine.
I mean, did she say something untoward when I didn't hear?
No, it's the way she says things, the way she would interrupt us, you know? Didn't you find that she was cutting you off?
But I think so slowly most people cut me off.
I'll make sure that I never do.
You tend not to. It's mostly people in the city. They talk very fast and are very witty, and I'm not. Where's Obsidian?
He's there.
He's still 10 foot away from us.
He's behind me. And he's huge. Right.
Okay, where to next?
Did we want to check out that leather shop? I don't particularly have a...
I don't have any needs at the moment. I have my bags, and they're perfectly fine. And I don't wear any armor, so.
Is it a yes or an on to somewhere else instead?
Somewhere else, slumbering around.
Yeah.
So are we crossing the bridge and heading to the south side?
Yes. First stop would probably be the cathedral, if that's where you want to go.
Which one?
Of the Forgotten.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You cross a bridge, and you come to quite a. You're looking for a while for a cathedral, until you realise, and you're in a very sort of run-down residential part of town. Eventually, you find that this cathedral is actually a very small building, very un-cathedral-like, just tucked away in the midst of a residential area, in what absolutely we would be calling slum.
Seems an appropriate place to house a cathedral to the Forgotten, I suppose.
And yeah, it's the building to the north of you, slightly but larger than a house. Couple little, very dusty stained glass windows and a very small bell outside. It seems that when it's time for congregation, someone would need to come out and just ring this almost like a dinner or a cattle bell, as opposed to any sort of church tower.
Okay, well, at least it won't take us long to check out. Is there any engraving at the front on the
Actually,
mantle?
nothing.
Just
It's only really from the windows that this even set this off aside as being any other sort of church, any other sort of building.
yeah, we go in. I just currently type, or Siri goes in.
Yeah, you open the door and it's a tiny little place, and there's just one figure in there, an older-looking tiefling dressed quite unconventionally, with a cup, and he sat in the front row reading. He turns around and says, "Oh, hello there. Come on in, pull up a pew."
Good afternoon.
What can I help you with today?
We are just passing by. Thought to check this place out. I hope you don't mind. I am Sida Gladstone. These are my friends and companions, Pip, Gladstone, and Obsidian.
I know, Siri, they warned me of your coming. I'm joking. It's a wee jest.
What is this place?
This is the Cathedral to the Forgotten. All manner of gods who fall, gods who never make it big, and just have the smaller deities of the world. They never make it, or maybe they start off and then get usurped by another god. Maybe they're a god who dies and whose name begins to fall out of the books. But they carry a little belief, a few people here and there, and this place keeps memory of them. We've had some big ones come in here as well, over the years. A Monitor? You'd heard that name. Oh, I think you have. If not by his name, but his new name. Lathander. He says it with all the air of, you know who else was a carpenter, kids?
I'm not very well versed in deities, renowned or otherwise.
Look at it this way. There's loads of temples in this city, right? The big ones, Lathander, Torm, Tyr, Helm, Umberly, Chortia. But what about a little tribe, all the way out on an island? Or a clan wandering the plains? They have their beliefs and their gods. Their gods are real. They don't become as big or powerful or get portfolios as, say, Baal or Helm, but they still carry their own small measure of poor.
I love that. May I take a glance at your stained glass window? It is very colorful.
It's like stood right behind him, so like the whole time you've been talking, he just goes like, "Yup."
Yeah, so she's gonna just kind of like sidestep the conversation and just kind of, like when you're in the museum and the curator wants to like talk to you and you're just kind of like, I'm just gonna look at the art, because not in a rude way, just in a kind of like, okay.
And you realise it doesn't look to actually be any sort of picture or scene. It's more like when people just mix over different broken colours of glass and sort of like melt it together into being like a bit of a mishmash. There is an amount of light shining through it, though, almost like a play of like sunlight on water, that you know from having just walked in, it wasn't that sunny outside. There appears to be some sort of trick of the light happening.
So, who prays here?
Sometimes I just pray for those small gods myself. Other times, travellers, passers-by, strangers from distant lands with unfamiliar gods, they'll find out about this place or be called here, and they'll pop in and say a few words to their deity in a home away from home, where they can't find their usual temples. No, of course, it isn't always temples. A lot of places don't worship in such a formal exterior setting as we do here. Sometimes some would argue that the relationship between one and one's deity is a personal spiritual thing within oneself, not just turning up at an appointed building at an appointed time and paying coin. Sort of bounces on the balls of his feet a little bit as he's thinking this and saying it.
Is that how you learn about them? Through others coming around?
Very often. A lot of it has been my own sort of research over the years and speaking over clerics and travellers, but sometimes somebody will come along and tell me of their gods and their deities, and then I learn about it and I start to tell people about it here when I can. Do you have a following?
Interesting endeavor. Yes, I do.
Oh, what would that be? Or is it private? Of course, it's fine if it's private. To many it is.
It is.
Very well. Well, I'm sure you'll keep them in their heart, and they hopefully won't need my humble services.
Sorry if this is insulting in any way, but are you familiar with many of these forgotten or small deities, or do you just hold this place and keep this place?
For the most part,
I don't know if you're a scholar or...
For the most part, I hold and keep the place, but yes, I try to keep a bit of a finger on the pulse of history and learn about gods that have fallen or forgotten away or been killed, and other such things. As I was saying to your companion just a moment ago, sometimes people come by travellers, and I learn about their gods from them when they're here.
There's, God, I don't know if there's a god or someone we encountered in our travels, the consort of a dragon known as Corvellium, sort of a dragon looking themselves, but feathered. I saw a statue of him at a temple dedicated to two unborn children of Corvellium. But I don't think we've ever come across his name.
Not ringing any bells. If he was a grand dragon and already had a temple made to him at some point, but you've been to and is still standing, then it's probably not something that would have come down my way. Very often I don't even know what the gods looked like, or sometimes what even their portfolio was. Just sometimes a name and a sense of what they represented is all that's left of many of them. But we still hold peace for them here. Who knows, maybe if one of them ever returns or is believed in again, when my time comes, I'll be looked upon a bit kinder. You're welcome to leaf through. I keep a guest book of sorts of those who come through, and will share their names and any details they're willing to share about their deity if they so wish in the book. Just points to the book on. I mean, there's many gods here, so it isn't like I have a prayer book of my own.
Do you think... Yeah. Well, Obsidian does that. Do you think gods can return? Where would they return from?
Of course they can, but it's happened in even far more mainstream than the dealings of my church. Obviously, all the gods were expunged from the heavens by a blind Io, were they not? And returned, and of course we all know the horrible business that happened with Baal a few centuries ago. Mistral died, returned as Mistra. Amwanator was killed, returned as Lathander. It can certainly happen. Obsidian literally The last entry is Azuma by Calcium. The very last one.
That was
Did you
eerie.
also hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Just kids screaming outside, I think.
Anything else of note in that book?
The other names are... So looking at it, those who have bothered dating them, you can see that there's only kind of a new entry every 2 to 5 weeks throughout this book. It doesn't seem to take very... It's not written in very often. You, flicking back a couple of pages, you don't recognise any other names, either from visitors or the deities they mention. A couple are written in languages that between the three of you, you don't even know. But yeah, that most recent one, dated 3 days ago. Obsidian is Calcium. I mean, we don't hold any weekly or regular services, but you are always welcome to come by if you wish to discuss matters of theology, or even if you just need a moment's break to step away from the hustle and bustle of the city, take a moment's silence, and see if any of the lingering presences here seek your attention. I didn't mean to make a joke. Did I say something out of turn, sorry?
I like the idea of them reaching out. I've been to many.
As much as we need them, yes.
Well, you say that I've been to many temples, and I was raised by a very theologically driven man, and never really felt a presence. Not that it's not real. It's just I don't think they feel a need to communicate with me in particular.
Some would say that's a good sign. If they don't need any help, all must be well.
All is not well, but we'll keep working on that.
Ooh.
Thank you for
very
your
well.
welcoming.
If you're ever in need, do call by. Sire, you would notice, because I know what you're like, there is an absence of any sort of alms box in here. There appears to be nowhere where donations could be made.
Okay, this is gonna be awkward. Is there? Do you take donations of any kind?
Oh, appreciated, but not necessary. I have very few expenses here. The roof is fairly new. The windows I can repair myself. I don't live here. I live next door, so there's never a need for me to maintain the building in much way. And yes, I don't really have any need for that. We're not large enough that we do charitable efforts or drives, but it's a very kind sentiment of you.
Well, perhaps she's just gonna take out like 5 gold pieces. This might, just in case, the roof caves in, or a new door, or...
I couldn't possibly, but there is a food kitchen nearby. Why don't you go and donate it there instead if you're feeling compelled to part with coin?
That's fair enough.
Well, I'll be here if you ever want to chat again. Otherwise, have a good
I'll
day.
take directions to the field kitchen.
Yeah, if there's not a map for it, it's just, we'll say it's somewhere on the way nearby where you can... A soup kitchen.
Did you speak to the one who left the last entry?
Oh, yep. Large, loud fellow. Seemed to find everything rather amusing.
Did he speak of the deity he wrote in?
Very briefly, he described her as a mountain spirit of, I believe in his words, he said of questionable judgment, but he did say it with the bitterness of one who I think is clearly going through a bit of an own internal turmoil with that deity, the same way that one might speak unkindly of a lover they're not quite over being embroiled with. So I didn't put too much stock in his words, but definitely some bitterness there.
I see.
He was travelling from east, making his way west, I believe, although we're up the shore, so I'm not sure how much further west he wishes to go. He may have come to the end of his destination.
But still he spoke with reverence.
Not as a true devotee would. He didn't deny the existence and the power of the deity, but he did not seem enamored with it.
That is useful. Well,
Oh, I'm glad. This deity interests you?
well. It is one I follow, in a way.
Well, again, I did not mean to pry. I hope you will remember that I opted to respect your wish for privacy. I feel bad that the conversation led us there naturally.
It's not a great secret, it's just... As you mentioned, the nature of worship can take many forms, and not one for places like this.
I believe a volcano, yes. It was far a place you could get from a dingy little shed in a city.
Volcano
Well,
indeed.
Respect to you and yours, and I hope you find your
If
answers.
you do not take coin, is there anything else that you value more than that?
Well, we all have our vices, and I'm afraid that mine is good coffee grounds, if I had to pick one. But that is not too easy to come by in the city. It normally comes in from the docks, and I have a couple of weeks' supply left. But if you find any interesting coffees on your travel, do remember Michael.
I shall. Right. Do you value the knowledge and the stories that you gather? Or...
Of course, it's the mechanism by which this entire venture operates.
So is this a calling? Is there
Yes,
a deity that you hold in higher esteem?
All of them. I think all of the deities clearly exist. The large, powerful ones, though not always kind-hearted, are clearly known about, but why should we hold any less reverence for the smaller ones? They are no less deities. They simply have a smaller platform.
Yeah. And you have dedicated your life towards this goal.
The last 30 years or so, yes.
Why?
It comforts me. I find it so often devoted worship to these larger deities seems to always end badly for a lot of people, if not directly, but them doing bad things themselves. I think by keeping reverence of those smaller, older or younger deities, I like to think if people understand them sooner and they're shown kindness when they become powerful, maybe in my own very small way I'm helping make a kinder, more considerate generation of gods. And as your friend said before, the world is not in a good way. This could be my small way of trying to help steer it towards a better.
I shall certainly remember you.
Enjoy your day. That ended up being a longer stay than I expected. Where do we head to next?
Do the gents want to go anywhere? I feel like I've been dragging us around for a couple places.
No. I'm quite happy to wander. I have just had a very nice, long, relaxing couple of hours in the bathhouse after all.
So we're immediately undone by a stressful little tiefling.
Well, if I was more stressed, I would have reacted very differently. Promise you that. No, lead the way. We're not far. Did you mention you wanted to visit both Boomhilda's and the hatchery?
Yes.
Hatchery's closer, but we could go to either.
Okay, this might be a terrible idea. Basically, this is my reasoning, and I, please do tell me, both of you, if you think I am wrong. I just think, housekeeper.
Housekeeper?
They must get lonely.
You want a companion for housekeeper?
Well, yes. I just thought it'd be nice to have something that lives in the keep, and I don't know if we can commission a garden of sorts. But just to keep, I mean, housekeeper has been alone for thousands of years, and I just thought it might be nice to come home and there's housekeeper, but there's also something fluffy.
Does it bother them?
Well, no, I never asked, but they're not, they don't really share their
Would
feelings.
you like me to be bothered?
Does it have pets? Or is it purely an automaton?
Would it make a difference if this thing would make it happier for?
I suppose I just don't know if it would appreciate a companion. And by something fluffy, I suppose you mean a pet. At first I was wondering whether you wanted a second automaton.
Oh, no, I mean the eggs from Sheldon's shop. I just thought it might be... Well, I've seen how Asher's grown really fond of Newt.
For Weasel.
Weasel. Mink.
That,
Mink.
The halls can have the facility to support such a thing. So
I thought you had bought the kennels, hadn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just in case. It was cheap, and we knew this was going to happen eventually.
Well, I just I thought maybe for housekeeper, maybe for us too.
I like pets.
Are we wanting to swing by the hatchery and pick up an egg?
Yeah, I mean, I've had it on my to-do list for a couple of weeks now.
Sure, then let's go. What did you have in mind? Fluffy?
Well, you don't get to choose that. You just choose the size of the egg, remember?
This is Pippin in character.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't mind. I just
Oh, hopefully not something that wants to eat mink.
I don't think we get to choose, but I'm sure we can train it not to eat mink. Or anything else for that matter.
I forgot about the giant egg on the roof. It's like when a sweet shop has a giant donut on the roof.
I cannot for the life of me remember what this guy sounded like, so he probably sounds different to last time. So, right there.
Wacky.
Oh no!
Can I have a light? Why am I colorblind?
I don't know, but I can't change it on every scene. Your configuration is you have light perception. It's
I changed that.
odd.
It's to do with
I
my
think-
stupid helmet.
Yeah, I think your helmet has forced dark vision, and that instead of just dark vision only where there is dark. So I'm gonna disable the dark vision of your helmet and see if that fixes it. Nope, it doesn't. Who knows, man?
Cool.
I'm reloading.
I've got the light source anyway. So
What kind of egg did Asher buy? A small one?
She did buy a small
I
one.
mean, if she bought a large or even a medium one and got a weasel, she got fucking scammed.
No, she bought a small one.
Isn't that the whole
Egg
point of this
big,
place?
but like a. So yeah, he's oh, hello. Familiar
sounds about right.
faces.
Hello. Yes, we our friend purchased an egg from you a couple of weeks back. She got a blue-skinned weasel.
Oh,
Link?
Good for
Parrot.
her. Good for her. I'm afraid the colour is part of the enchantment. I can do no refund for untoward shades of ermine.
No, I think she's very pleased. We're not here to complain,
Oh,
not at
good.
all. We've got a question, I guess. Do your hatchlings, do you know if they make good companions for automatons?
Heavens! Not a question I've ever been asked before, but I know that every creature hatched from here is most agreeable, unless you train them to be otherwise.
I was going to say Gija, because this is the most Gija thing Sarah's ever done.
What a
Sarah
peculiar
looks towards.
request.
Do we want to? I guess. Yeah, we would be interested in one of your. Remind me, was
medium
small-
or large?
How much are each of those?
A small egg is 30, a medium is 100, and a large is a princely but worthwhile 500. Most of the large ones can be bidden to serve as steeds. That should be known.
Oh, wow. Do our kennels have the capacity for such a sized creature?
Don't actually know.
I think they do. The GM was nodding, so. I mean, I
Well,
suppose-
I'd
So
love a
yeah.
steed, but I don't think that's exactly what the purpose of this was. The purpose was this to be a companion.
Maybe we should just take the goat.
If it stays within the keep, perhaps it could also be a guardian.
Like the goat.
I don't know that the god would love housekeeper, but if this thing is raised by housekeeper, they might bond to housekeeper.
I suppose it could be a steed. He looked at Pip.
I was I more meant how it's a guardian. I'm not sure it likes anybody, to be fair.
I mean, housekeeper is pretty small themselves. Should we go medium, or do we want to go large?
I don't
lot
suppose
of
you could
money.
tell us, Mister, what kind of creatures are considered medium size? I'm obviously not. I know there's no guarantees,
No spoilers. I can give a vague, brief indication. But I have known medium eggs to contain, but not be limited to, things such as a wolf, a zorn, a bear, a basilisk, a giant badger. Once somebody did get a mimic. That was very interesting. Peculiar to see a tame mimic.
wow.
One poor fellow did report to me that his egg hatched into a shark, but he lived in the middle of the desert. Terrible
That is
business.
unfortunate.
I believe his village ate well for several days, though.
And what is kind of the largest small? Is that about cat-sized, I would say?
The largest small I believe I have seen was a giant centipede.
Small dog? A giant centipede? I hope we don't get one of those. I mean, I think either a small or medium might be appropriate, unless you do plan on using it as a steed, Sire. Even with my slightly shorter stature, I don't think any of the medium ones would do that for me.
A bear, though?
I do love to ride, but I'd be worried about a large creature in a small keep. And we don't really...
It doesn't seem to be in grave danger. It is mostly stone walls.
I should have probably thought about this during the last 6 weeks. I had this on my to-do list.
Just
But I'm
get
really
to
undecided.
pick one and be done with it.
I don't really have the money for that, really.
What do you mean? It's a pittance.
It's 500 gold.
Yes, you have just been in a shop where you pay hundreds of gold for cloth.
No, I spent 10 gold on a
Extremely
cloth.
useful cloth.
Right.
Perhaps you'd like to have this discussion in return if you are undecided?
No, it's
No.
gonna be 3 months until we do it again.
We're happy to buy a loud one.
Very well, that would be 500 gold, and I shall fetch it.
But it's-
Oh? But wait, there's
I don't
Surely
want
we
to-
have 500 gold.
I don't... Huh?
Surely we have 500 gold.
Is this a communal purchase now?
What do you mean by that?
Are you paying for it? Am I paying for it?
Aren't we paying for it? It's for the
I'm not
keep?
sure you should take financial
We're putting
advice
a
from
lot of
Obsidian.
money
He
into the
doesn't
keep
value
anyway.
gold.
And there's
Whilst
thousands
I was-
invested in that keep. Can invest 500 into something that will hopefully guard it one day.
500 for the large egg, please.
How large is the
Very
egg?
well. The egg, when he goes and gets it, is kind of beach ball size. But even as you're watching, it seems to like change shape slightly. Sometimes going down to like basketball size, but other times go so big that it looks ready to roll off the counter. Its size is shifting. Obsidian, can you please roll me a D100?
Sure.
But Siri's paying for it. It's Siri's egg.
71.
Oh, it's
My
Siri. Okay. Do you feel powerful? Do you feel insistent enough that you'd like to re-roll this, Siri? Are you happy to take his roll?
I take his roll.
Okay. I now know what this egg will be when it
Is it a good one?
You'll find out when it hatches. Oh, hold on. Let me see what it would have been if we took Pip's roll.
I'm glad it's not that, if that's your face you're gonna pull. Oh, that's really
Oh,
low.
damn.
Oh, that's 2d10. So
Oh, sorry.
14.
Hold on. Where is the 100?
Far right.
Oh,
Shut up.
32.
Okay.
Is it a unicorn? Did I roll a unicorn? Can you imagine if I rolled a unicorn?
I
really want a
feel
unicorn.
confident that that would be more extreme in one direction or the other, but who knows?
Okay. Well, this egg may take a day or two to hatch. When it does, you will have a new companion.
Do we need any accessories? Food?
It depends on what you get. No point
Okay, well,
stocking
you-
up on hay if it then hatches to be a saber-toothed tiger.
Imagine the
It is
food
going
costs.
to
No
grab
point-
the egg.
No point stocking up on raw steak if it's an elephant.
Last time this came with some sort of container.
Yes, it was a very small egg. I have a wheelbarrow you may have.
No, I will carry it. Perhaps.
Oh, like a true
Some
mother
sort of-
hen.
It's
Some
just
sort
a
of cloth.
It's just a fucking huge weasel. It's all
weasel.
itself. They're all weasels.
As long as people can ride it.
Yeah.
All the way
The true
down.
weasel was him all along.
It says, I'm gonna take this to Bumhilda. I'm gonna carry a huge egg to Bumhilda. What
A
could go
dire
wrong?
weasel is a large beast.
It's what?
A dire weasel is a large beast.
It is, isn't it? Okay, so we're heading to Boomhilda's.
Order with 500 gold.
Well, let's take 10 minutes. I'll do a slightly shorter break than usual, given we started late and we're on more downtime business. So it's 5 past. Let's come back at 1:15 and we'll be at Boomhilda's. See you in 10. See, the doors of this building are metal and the windows all have bars on them, what few windows there are. And in fact, although they look like windows, you can't see through them. They're clearly like one-way sort of glass. This building looks a bit more like a bunker than a typical shop.
Is it open?
I don't see a close sign. Let's have a look.
So, straight away in front of you when you go in, there are bars, floor-to-ceiling bars. On the other side of which stands a very sturdy-looking golem. At the back, behind a counter, you see a large gif woman. Ears fluttering as she's polishing a musket. And she looks over at you all and gives you a wave with thick fingers. The golem turns and scans you up and down. Pip.
Oh, hello.
No warrants outstanding.
Oh, I certainly hope not.
He says it in a way where you know... You feel like that's more of a fact, more of a statement than a question.
Pip's just a bit nervous. His ears are, a little bit pushed back and
Looks up
feels a
at
little bit on
Obsidian,
edge.
scans for a moment. No warrants outstanding.
Sirei, however.
Warrant outstanding in city of Baldur's Gate. Minor. Entry permitted. and the gate swings open.
The tracks. The game's paused, yeah.
Come in! What, sorry? Oh, it is paused.
Game's paused.
Come in! Come in!
What do we see?
Yeah, the shop is... There's very little out in the area that you have access to, but you see large, heavy barred side areas of the store with display cases with black powder weapons. But yeah, a lot of this store is perhaps understandably sealed away. And like there's the usual behind the bars that the GIF is at, you can see that there's like the usual sort of almost post office or bank area where you can reach through and hand things to each other and so on. The gate slams shut behind you, Obsidian, and you hear it lock. How can I help you? What are you looking for today? New customers.
Yes, well, we heard you opened. You sell black powder weapons and explosives and the likes?
Not explosives directly, but I do sell basic black powder weapons and ammunition and shot and powder, though my supplies are a little low at the moment. You sort of looks at all of your like hips and glances at your shoulders. None of you are black powder practitioners as currently, though.
I have some limited knowledge in the creation of weapons that are charged with black powder.
It's a very strange way of not saying pistols or rifles. Something more.
More over the self-contained explosive devices.
Ah, yes. I am somewhat familiar with the way that some choose to apply black powder in those type of devices, though I myself don't involve myself in such things beyond the occasional smoke bomb or distraction bang.
Interesting. I guess I'd have a curiosity. You mentioned smoke screens or distraction bands. Do you sell any such?
Oh, I sometimes do, but my stock is a little low at the moment. But I think I probably have a smoke bomb or two I could procure.
Has there been any recent large purchases for you to run so low on your stock?
I have consistent customers, return customers, yes. Any successful shop does.
Of course, black powder weapons are not so currently seen. In fact, I cannot recall having encountered any.
This is a dock
the last
city.
month.
Lots of sailors and those who travel off to other lands enjoy the reassurance of a black powder weapon.
So your regular customers then, nothing, no sort of new, nothing uncommon.
No, I fear not. It's all quite above board. I cooperate entirely with the constabulary, so.
Well, I guess yeah, I'd be interested to just sort of check out your stock of explosives, see what's available for purchase. I have some understanding of how to put one together myself, so if you sold the item separately, I might be interested in that.
That is the way it works with some of these things. I cannot sell the item as completed, but you are, of course, welcome to purchase its components. I will tell you now, I do not sell casings. You would need to get casings of your choice, given the application that you wish to make your device for. You would have to get from typically a blacksmith or a farrier.
Understood. How about detonators?
I have a couple of detonators in stock, yes. Mostly clockwork.
That's fair enough.
I'm not much of a magical sort myself. There are, of course, as you may possibly know, with the experience you mentioned, magically attuned ones that can be created. I deal with the more mundane for my clients. I can, if you're looking for a more high-end thing. One of my customers has a preference, I believe, for particular coloured wiring. I can operate in such manners and buy in certain colours of spools, but obviously I appreciate a bit more time with those sort of endeavours, as I have to go and buy specific materials. But
I do favour the purple sort of colour in my wires.
I have that in stock as it happens. I would not need to go and purchase that. So that would work absolutely fine.
Oh.
My earlier comments of delays would therefore not actually be applicable if you favour purple wiring.
Well, it's a sort of a familiar tradition. I'm wondering, do you have a client of yours that also favours purple wiring?
As I said earlier, I maintain discretion and don't hand over the names of my clients unless required to by the constabulary of Athkatla.
No such thing.
What is your name, pray tell?
Gladstone.
Oh. Well, in that case, yes, it is a Gladstone that I have sold purple wiring to.
That wasn't surprising, since, as I said, the purple is a familiar tradition.
What a small world! Oh, I hope you're not going and buying the same things. You're not going to get home and find that you have twice as much needed.
Well, we have had some communication issues in the family recently, and it might well be that we are doubling up. When was he around last?
He doesn't normally come in himself. I only met him the first time he came in.
With the group, yes.
He normally. I presume she may be your sister then, perhaps Gwendolia, the young elf girl. She normally comes to make the collections.
No, I don't think we.
Oh. A friend, perhaps. Maybe a paramour. Who am I to judge? Anyway,
I would not put anything past my uncle. Yes.
So the devices, you wish to see what you came to look for today. You can tell that this interaction has just been oh really? Oh, okay. Like she seems utterly unflapped by all this discussion. And if there's kind of a lull from you, she just reverts to, well, back to business. So which devices can I get for you today?
Well, as I said, I was be interested in some black powder, enough to make perhaps. Well, I don't know if your prices have gone up, or perhaps I don't know how much stock you have, but perhaps to do something like 3 or 4 charges of your standard metal casing, and then 3 or 4 clockwork detonators would suffice.
3 or 4 charges. Okay. Do you have a lead case?
Not with me at the moment.
Is this sale to be kept to one side until you do, or I can provide a lead case for 100 gold, or a daily rental of 50?
uncle wouldn't have an account with you by any chance.
One moment. And she will go off to a side room in the back and come in like, you do have one here, yes.
Right, I would think so. Well, yes, I'd happily take that case. I don't have the funds with me at the moment, but we are good for it.
The ears flap a little bit.
People ear?
Listening. Yeah.
Just for the case, not the rest. She looks at, so she's gonna take out like a little book, which is her notebook, and just gonna look through the ingredients of like, and the designs. You know, I've never actually fired a black powder weapon. Does that take a lot of dexterity? Or is it more of a...
I mean, I find myself less than a bow. It's why very often the older, perhaps retired adventurer favors a black powder weapon. A bow requires a large degree of strength, most crossbows even more so. With a black powder weapon, if your aim is true, it's just a pull of the finger. Now, reloading, that's obviously a different issue.
Do you have a catalogue of weapons I could take a look at?
She sort of gestures to the walls and the cases around.
I want stats.
The room is my catalogue.
I want stats. I want if it uses dexterity. I want
typically, black powder weapons are like a slightly higher die than a bow, but they need to be reloaded with a bonus action.
I'm looking for something with really long range.
Well, we have several rifles that are reliable up to several hundred feet. Kind of equivalent to like a long bow, sort of 120, 200 foot sort of range.
Sometimes I find myself...
The obvious other drawback, some would say, to a black powder weapon is the noise.
Of course.
Although, forgive me for my saying so, with that hair, you're not trying to go discreetly, are you? So I imagine the noise of a rifle won't be concerning.
They don't make that much noise.
Could I try it? Do you lease any of your weapons for time?
Certainly not. We don't lease them out. That would be... I can't even imagine. But I can certainly give you a demonstration.
Yes, I would very much like to see. I have sometimes slightly ungracious arms. It comes with my height.
Very well. Flack, flack. And the golem sort of lurches forward. And, like, without putting hands on you, Pip, just moves around and clearly kind of tries to, like, move you away back towards the entrance of the door. Only one can come in with me, I'm afraid. But obviously, you can see through the bars. It's protective, of course.
There's this forward.
Opens the door for you to step through. And yeah, the weapons in here are all kind of longer, quite unwieldy. They're all, rifles as opposed to pistols. If you're looking for range, this one here would be your best bet. And sort of points at this longer rifle with an iron sight. And she talks through it. What she basically describes is higher damage of die than a longbow. I think it might be 240 foot range. I'll find out what the black powder weapon range is in a minute. I can't remember what it is with the rifles. They're not standard items. Let's have a look. 5e black powder rifle. Where are we? A black powder rifle, 2d6 piercing, a range of 100 to 250 feet, and has ammunition, loading, and misfire as features. Which is basically, on a nat 1, it blows. Basically breaks.
Forever? They have to repair it, right?
It can be repaired with the correct tools. It says here a lot of people tend to go with rifles, exploding dice. I'm happy to go with exploding dice on a black powder weapon. Why not? Do you know? I don't know if we'll ever get. Do you know what it means by exploding dice?
If you roll like a high, you roll again, right? Like you roll up the max of the die, you roll again.
If you roll a nat 20, it rolls an extra one. If that's a nat 20, it rolls an extra. You can go and pretend you get some big critical shot. But yeah, it also needs to be reloaded before each shot, which takes a bonus action or an action. It's two-handed. Yeah, this is, I imagine, not going to be something that Sirey is running around using round after round after round, but if she needs to take a shot, this could be the weapon for it. But yeah, she will pick it up, show you the loading method. The wall to the south, you'll see, has like some target, a couple of silhouetted targets on, heavily scored. You'll see there's quite a few. You with your observation, will have to know that although there's a couple of like pocks and burns in the wall around it, there are quite a few all clustered in the face and head of this silhouette. Someone who's been practicing here is a crack shot, it would seem. But yeah, she loads and instructs you on how to fire this weapon. It's very unusual. It feels almost more like a violin than a bow. But yeah, you are able to take a shot if you wish. You'll see that she doesn't touch her ears, but they kind of like almost fold down a bit like button mushrooms and kind of plug her ear holes shut before you fire. And the noise, if you do fire, is extremely loud in this. It just echoes.
It's D20 plus what, like Dex or Strength?
I think they are. Where are we?
Because this might be the issue. Well, not the issue, but like the consideration.
I'm not seeing a proficiency stat in any of the things I'm looking at so far. Let's have a look.
What kind of weapon is it? Because
It's
usually like
a rifle.
No, but it doesn't say like. Isn't it like finesse?
It's gonna need to be something clearly that I have to find rather than keep waiting, because it isn't an official item. It isn't like I can open an item in the DM guide and just get. This is something that I would be bringing in for you from somewhere else, but there isn't a. I'm not to see if there's even a basic one. Yeah, pistol exists as a
pistol and a musket
range, and
in the new
they
one, I think.
are classed as. They just seem to be flat damage. They don't seem to bring through a stat benefit. Maybe because it is just pulling a button. So I don't think.
So there may be a D20.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I don't think they benefit from. Doesn't look like benefit from any particular stat.
I mean, that's kind of silly because I'm sure like a good marksman would be like plus their dexterity or something. But so it's just a D20 plus nothing, no proficiency or anything.
So
all right,
it
let's
would
see.
seem an initial
It is
glance.
dexterity by default.
Wait,
But
say
it's
that?
buried deep within the attack activity.
Oh. Okay, yeah, it seems Dex then. Oh yeah, default dexterity. Why doesn't come up here earlier? So yeah, your Dex is applied to the attack.
Mhm.
Yeah, you clip the shoulder of the silhouette. Say, fair for a first attack with a rifle. Fair.
She's gonna hand it back. I don't think this one's for me. But thank you for letting me try it.
Not a problem.
It's confirmed something.
She seems to she sort of like brushes the end out for a moment and takes a few moments sort of cleaning it for putting it back onto the into the case. What about it wasn't to your liking? You wanting to look at other ones, or do you think maybe that was the end of your journeys with rifles?
I'm feeling a little bit unwell. I thank you. Should should my family or an agent of my family come by your shops, and would you mind telling them Syria is looking for them and to please get in touch? It's been
Yes.
a pleasure getting to know you. And Syria's going to attempt to leave as fast as possible.
So, like obviously the gate, you're locked in with her at the moment. She's as she's unlocking the gate and getting the golden cup away. So just the black powder for today then?
No, that's. Thank you so much. Take care.
Oh,
And please, the message should you would thank you. She's
yes.
gonna leave.
Also locked.
Yes, it's fine.
Flag. Anything for your other companions?
Not for me, thanks. A bit too noisy.
She's gonna turn around the corner, and she's like walking really fast. So if you guys want to keep up, you can keep up. But as she's out of sight of the shop, she's gonna like just drop and just breathe. And for the more observant of you, you realize she's having a slight panic attack. That smell.
Not for you then.
God, the smell.
Too familiar.
Yeah, no, not for me. Not by a long shot. Not anymore.
Was that
But it's good to know, I guess.
useful information at all?
Clearly they've been around here. Clearly they're still dealing with black powder, explosive weapons. That's sort of their MO. Put some black powder in a casing, put the charge, you throw it out. It's not dissimilar to the thing that the fire creature did to us in the arena. Useful, but as I smelled it, I vividly recalled what it smells like when mixed with blood, and then suddenly that's all I could think about, and just had to get out of there. I'm sure it's useful, but I don't think I can see myself making one, no matter how useful it be against Sandax. I just don't. The smell.
plenty of other avenues that we can employ. Let's, for now at least,
Well,
head
I don't know
to...
that's true. I am very much incapable of hitting an ally if they are, flying. That was really frustrating for me in the arena. I was always felt too slow, too far. Obsidian has this wonderful strength to throw his maul as far as it can go, and obviously you and Asher can target an enemy at a distance. I was trying to do the same to keep up, but I have to
There are
find a different
potentially
way.
other solutions for that. You've shown that you have some ability to harness magic. It doesn't have to be in depth and particularly learned necessarily, but I'm sure that we could find, some minor spell that you could use as a weapon in times of dire need.
I have no magical ability.
I mean, a way of channeling Kura in a different way.
When we're too far, the connection fades. But anyway,
I think there are
this is
options.
certainly not
Let me
it.
think about it. Even someone with no prior magical background can be taught. We don't need to teach you everything. One good cantrip would be enough. I'll do some research.
I'd like to get out of here.
Yes.
Anywhere else you guys want to check out?
Nothing comes to mind. Should we head back to the Adventurers Guild? I was hoping that we would run into Haviland. After all, he did leave a message for us.
As you're walking away from the place, Obsidian, you hear a voice in your head. Obsidian? Can you hear me, Obsidian? Clem Fandango. Respond.
Right. I'm not sure we've done this before.
Obsidian, it's Clem Fandango.
Yes.
Return to the guild as soon as you can, or we will leave you behind when we go to... The message cuts off. And a few moments later...
Well,
damnable word count! Mithras! We're going for Mithras, old boy. Come and...
on the way. On their way, should be now. Right. Well, I think we're taking a good direction. Apparently they're heading out for Mithras. Excitement I'm sensing.
I mean, it could be beneficial to take out another malignant worm.
Yes. And when there were those worms, there's also coin, although I suppose that a potential share won't be the biggest in a hunt like this.
Well, if Mithras is
He said,
an older dragon, then perhaps its hoard is larger.
oh, hold on, did he say we're leaving imminently? Because, and I really feel annoyed to say this, but my armor will be ready tomorrow. So,
Well, it's a shame. I think they are being imminent, yes.
Oh, you can always keep the temporary one.
You've done that well without it. We'll be just fine.
I just don't want to break this one.
Well, you better make a good use of that shield then.
Hopefully the gloves get in and down. But maybe if not, it'll be a nice present for when we return. If we return. Yep, so I guess we're walking to the guild, right? Oh,
Yeah.
we're there, and I'm not.
Well, I don't see Haviland here
It's
at the
because you
moment.
zoomed over it, you bypassed the tile when you did that.
Are they in the back?
But yeah, Mila sees you, like, oh, good afternoon. Yes, yes, they are. They're all waiting for you.
Isn't it so odd to not see Hubris where she usually stands?
Yeah, she's been allowed out.
Necessary check. Yeah, she's there. Good. Okay, good to know. Wait, she's flying?
I can't remember why she has that status, but no, she's not.
Yeah, faster feet.
Ah, most expedient. Clem immediately is like, well, you know we're hunting a dragon. You can't go so underdressed, Sire. We must find you some armor.
Well, actually, if we were to
You could
wait
have
for
made it to the
tomorrow,
files where you better furnished, you know. Still, I'm not complaining. More gold for me, yes?
did you guys win again?
We did. Again, we haven't won in several weeks.
That's right. It's nice to hear you say that. Okay. Well, so you got a nice new armor?
No, a new helmet, which Hubris wished to have and yet does not wear. So, who knows? Maybe she liked it for the style. Hubris has just stood arms folded in the corner. Gives you a nod, Obsidian.
Well, as if we could wait for tomorrow, I might have a slightly better armor, but I understand the time is the essence.
Early in the morning. If you, I can front you the money for armor if it means you get it today.
I think it was more the time I needed for the repairs, but I can see if we could rush it through the night.
Who's your smith?
Cromwell.
And he looks at, you can tell he's looking around for sort of like someone to be like, take a note, and sort of looks at everyone who he's with and is like, give me paper, please, paper. And shuts down. Like, I'll sort it. I'll sort it after this. You'll get it tonight. Cromwell, indeed.
Thank you, Clem.
So our sources of information have come back, and we have finally, at last, a precise location of Mifras's lair. We also have a sighting of him around 100 miles away from that lair, suggesting he's out on the hunt. Our plan is to be waiting for him in his lair when he returns. Megira, Hubris, and myself will go. Suldil and Haviland have stated their intention. We'll probably get a few more dogs' bodies. But if you wish to come, we can set off just before first light in the morning and get the bastard as he comes home to roost. What say you?
So,
Absolutely.
do you predict this will be a longer hunt or just but a rather swift one. Wonder how things align.
Well, it'll either be quick or permanent, won't it, old boy? If it goes well, fairly quick, we'll get him while he walks in to hang his cloak up. And if it goes badly for us, well, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Oh, yeah. I did specifically ask for it, so I suppose it makes no sense to stay out of it now. It is all connected.
Are you familiar with the cold wood? It's as close to Icewind Dale as we can get without being in the Dale. It'll take a large amount of magical focus from Magira to get us there and back. There'll be no flutes this time. She'll be coming with us and will perform the incantations herself. I would furnish yourselves lightly. There shan't be much travel involved, but what you should bring should count. This is an old white dragon. Powerful.
What do you suggest? Apart from some healing potions and
Bloody
perhaps
big
some fire?
swords. Fire is useful. If any of your equipment uses the power of cold, leave it at home. No good.
Good to know.
Heavily armoured, almost impervious to the cold. He may be a dragon, but he's more of a brute. This will not be a fight of cunning, it'll be a fight of brute strength.
Stocking up on some potions might not be a bad idea.
Perhaps some
Perhaps
alchemist's
some
fire.
alchemist fire. Oh,
Ah,
Clem, we're on the
Aha.
same wavelength.
cantrip!
I too am on the same wavelength.
Cannot
I haven't
speak until I
alchemist
say
fire.
your name. How's it feel, Siri, to be bent to my will? Ah!
I could do with some more though. And I don't have any healing potions remaining.
I thought Asher von Vasher was a bit of a potioneer.
Her healing potions are somewhat experimental. But yes.
I have also unhidden Mithras's lair on the map of Faerun. It is at the very top.
God, I wish I could make bombs, but no, stupid in character choices. Make fire bombs.
So will you be
that's so
resting
dumb.
here or in your magic and sexual sanctum?
I think the sanctum is wise. Plus, if we do stay over the night to wait for Sire's armor, I can have a chance to visit the scroll shop. They were looking into whether they had some spells for me, and it would be useful to be able to take them with. But we'll see whether they've had time or not.
We could visit the alchemist as well once you do that, just to make sure we stock up on some potions.
I think I might have to wait until the morning for the scrolls. I don't recall. But I would definitely need to grab a couple of potions in case of an emergency, you know?
I won't be taking this encounter lightly, despite my recent 5th win of the League of Legends. This should make clear to you the gravity and the enormity of the task we're about to undertake.
Clem, I have a quandary, a worry. The League of Legends made it quite apparent that I have a slight disadvantage with any creature that can consistently move out of the range of my weapons. I do have a crossbow. I confess I'm not a very good shot.
Why are you wasting your time with that? I've seen you zip around.
Yes, I can zip and zip around, but to a point. Do you think when is this lad out in the open? Is it a cave?
It's a cave. Once he's in, he won't be flying. I guarantee that. That's why I think we wait for him inside.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm prepared and not dead weight on the field.
Don't worry too much in the long term, Sire. Once I am able to procure some of the spells I'm looking for, I will be able to assist you. You won't need to worry about being out of range or enemies being in the air, because I will send you into the air.
That sounds great.
Oh, it will be.
Then, yes, I guess we'll go find some alchemist fire and
Did you say it has a weakness to fire, or it's just more that it's impervious to the cold?
It's impervious to cold, and what is cold is not the antithesis of fire?
I suppose so. I can, I can cast a very basic fire-based cantrip. I don't really have much else.
Really, I haven't really seen much from you. As I watched from the stands, you seem to be mostly about the immaterial and subversive magical arts. I saw very little evocative power from you.
True. No, I'm not much into evoking, I suppose, but we can always see if that's something that is available.
do you reckon we could
purchases?
we could ask a favor from Lady Azuria, perhaps, if she'd be inclined to help? She might not. She might not. She'd be for her full rights not to, but we could ask.
Mycroft, yes.
Well, it's getting to early evening now. Go and sort your shopping. I'll go and speak to your Cromwell. Get a good night's sleep. Arrive here before light. Time enough to don your armor. I'd hate for you to turn up just as the circle's closing and to leave it behind. So get here in good time. Let's say 5. Get here for 5, and then Magira can teleport us up. With any luck, we'll be back and having breakfast with new trinkets and a sense of good justice.
Yeah. Just so it's clear, Cromwell is a good man and a friend.
Indeed.
Oh yes, here's the payment. She's gonna hand over 60 platinum.
Ah. You really didn't need to. I don't mind doing it at all. But appreciated.
That's for
I know.
Cromwell.
I almost got away with it as well.
Okay.
Well, I appreciate you not leaving me to pick up the bill.
Of course.
I could
Why
never.
would you?
I could never bring myself to wear such clunky, cumbersome stuff. How you do it, I'll never know. I like to be able to move, to weave and dance around the field.
Oh, me too.
I saw. You very nearly got away. It was very impressive.
I know, I can have a
My
burst of
favourite
speed
part is when you fell onto your backside. The beast almost came upon you, and with a flick of those legs, I swear you moved a good 20 foot on your backside across the floor.
Yes, it was quite a foe, especially to a lone fellow like me.
So, attend to your shopping, I'll attend to your shopping, and I'll see you back here in the morning, yes?
Sounds good.
Just to be clear, these pre-Dragon Hunt supplies will be handled via Discord after 2 sessions of shopping.
Haviland, when should we catch up with you? Maybe we'll see you in the hall afterwards?
Yes, I do not see why not. I would be staying there tonight, and we will all rise tomorrow and go and see what we can make of Mithras.
Do you have a bedroom in the hall?
So, if you remember, yes, but kind of down a corridor that leads off scene.
Very well. Excellent. Then we can catch up with you shortly.
Hold on. Am I? By the way, I just love the idea that this whole conversation has happened while Sierra is holding a massive egg,
Mm-hmm.
right?
No one's commented on the egg. They're no better than that.
I'm currently in some sort of hatching situation.
A huge white wobbling egg, and Clem's like, hubris, I'm seeing double. You have a hatching situation.
God, I need Asher. I'm sure this egg would be fine if I just leave it for a couple of hours. But in case I do not return, perhaps I need to find it a foster mother. Or father. Havana, are you joining us
Yes.
for the hunt? I see. Okay. I'll talk to Nina on the way out.
Good about those things.
Again, Obsidian?
She's good about those things.
No. So,
Yes.
you break to attend to shopping. I think we leave it there. We handle the shopping via Discord, and we pick next session up with our nighttime chat in the hall with Haviland and Suldil with Ashaver if you want to. Get back here and get teleported to a dragon fight in the morning. How's that sound?
Oh, shit.
Good.
Oh, shit.
Excellent.
Alright, cool.
Well, we will leave it there for tonight. We will quickly summarise the shopping that takes place at the start of next session, so viewer knows what we bought. Hello, Jackal. But yeah, I will catch you all next time. Thank you very much for playing, everybody, and see you later.